Good afternoon. It is time for the daily recap, January 6th, 2022 edition. Gotta throw my shades on for my haters. Anyways, I'm gonna wind up being up $45 before commission, so probably about a wash on the day. First trade I wanted to look at was CPMD. CPMD was a really good trade for me. I hopped in at 9:48 this morning at 0.039. The reason I did that was because in 18 minutes it's had the most volume it has ever had traded. So I hopped in there thinking it had some more legs up. It consolidated for a little bit, and then I hopped in at 435. Hopped out at 435, excuse me. Left a tiny bit of meat on the move there, but being up 100% on the day, I was willing to take my 15%, move on to the next one. So it was a really good trade. Wish I had a little bit bigger size. I think it was right around $1,800 or so. Made winning $215. Next trade that I wanted to talk about was EAR. This was just kind of a shot in the dark trade for me. You can see I drew the trend line here. Looking for a trend change on a NASDAQ. Not super familiar with it, so I took 100 shares. Sold it just a few minutes later when it broke down, and lost $17 on that one. Now OWUV cost me a little bit again today. I never trade this ticker very well. You think I'd learn. Anyways, they had a PR this afternoon. It ran up a little bit. I hopped in here at 348. Held through this little bit of consolidation. As you can see on the 10-day chart, the other morning when it had a morning spike right here, resistance was 0.35. So I thought when it broke through that resistance, we were going to get another leg up. So I actually added 10,000 shares at 355, and it didn't work. The volume just kind of disappeared. Held through some consolidation here, and I wound up selling 3455 right here. 15,000 shares in total. So that one cost me $108. And then the last play of the day was DOGZ, D-O-G-Z. I bought into this one looking for a bounce at the very end of the day. Now, it's not the best time to buy a bounce, a panic dip buy at the end of the day. But I did nonetheless. I bought in at 345 right here as it started to turn. And then I cut it right here at 330. Again, didn't go huge on that one. I was a little nervous about it, so it wound up only costing me $45. In terms of afternoon plays, AABB would have been the one to go after. Just kind of came out of nowhere, honestly, this first Green Day bounce idea, but you could have played it as a ABCD pattern, but I wasn't really looking at it as it was so far under VWAP here and just didn't have a lot going for it. But when it did break that high a day from this morning, it ran pretty good, all the way from 14.8 to 16.5. So really not a tremendous move, anyways. But would have been a good afternoon 10% if you had gotten in on that one. That's about all I have for today. If you remember, my pre-market watch list this morning was a little weak. Hopefully, we'll have some on watch for tomorrow. OTC continuation would be great. Hit that like button, hit that follow button, and go get her.